Ibrahim Traore, thank you. I just say Nigerian government went to Burkina Faso to beg Ibrahim Traore to release the 11 military wedding hold. So they cry, they beg like baby before the man just pity them, release the 11 soldiers. Yeah, a whole giant of Africa. See, from today henceforth, Burkina Faso, Mona take the giant of Africa. Mona be the giant of Africa. Giant of Africa cannot be begging like baby now. Only Ona go beg for loan. Only Ona go beg for investors. Now still Ona go they beg for Messi. Eh? See, Burkina Faso, Mona be the giant of Africa from today. When I heard the story, I was like, how can Ibrahim Traore release these people just like that? Does that mean that he does not need money? Eh? You need money to develop Burkina Faso. The same way when you use streets in France, that time when you hold their personnel, 4 of them, how much they pay? 60 million euros. Now they pay for you to release them. You can't reach Nigeria at all. They can't beg you. You can't abba now. Maybe say you need money to develop that country. We are seeing what you are doing. You are trying. You are trying to fix that nation, make it to be stronger. At least you need money to do that. See opportunity. Wait for use at least tax this my people. They have money. I'm thinking maybe recently now. It's like they have borrowed again. They don't go borrow again. At least if you use this opportunity to collect from them small. You go they release them for free. Abba, don't make that mistake again, Traore. Beggars.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We're really happy to see faces from Nigeria after such a long time. For now, we'll not be able to see whether the aircraft is able to fly yet until we get there with the engineers, because the issue that made us to land in the first place, we finished resolving it, but we had not intended to start. So we have been resolved before to close resolving.
Watch this video.
I don't know who is calling Tinubu president. Tinubu is a businessman. That's all. You are not a president. If you want to talk about president, you talk about Trump. You talk about Putin. Talk about Traore, Ibrahim Traore. You talk about China president. You talk about Korea president. These are men that we call leaders. A young man of yesterday, a Burkina Faso, a leader. That is what I call a leader. A young man that know what I call a leadership. Not put businessmen in government, calling them leaders, calling them president, senator, governor. These are businessmen acquiring money for their future of their children, buying houses for them. Leaders develop their country. And when they develop their country, everybody, both their children, everybody enjoyed. Today, American leaders has already put their structure in order. Their children are enjoying it. Everybody's enjoying it. Putin, they have already put their country in order. Everybody's enjoying. Now, ne bugari moto, ne bugari sare, na ko gaga wo na internet. Ano katakwa for mebe Tinubu na agba bugaro. If we ever bugaro, that is people that don't have anything to offer. If you are calling him a president, tell me one thing. Any day you people tell me one thing Tinubu have done since he have entered this presidential seat as a president. I have told you people, and I have tell you this, what makes a leader, that when you say I am a leader, the first thing you will achieve in your country, the first thing to achieve in your country, the first thing you must put in your country is light. There are factories, 24 hours light. There are factories, there are companies. Those companies can never ever use Rista. They can never use Jane. Jane and Orista or whatever you call it can never carry the equipment of that factory or the company. The only thing that can carry it is NEPA. Nigeria is not there. Nigeria will never get close to the country that are talking about development. They are never near there. Nigeria is a giant of failure, not a giant of Africa.
Family, this is so interesting because during this, at the beginning of this story, people were coming out with different statements that all was just allegation, accusation, but there was no Nigerian armies who were detained in Burkina Faso. And now today we have come to see the reality and the truth because this jet was after being captured. It was they claimed that they were heading to Portugal, and when Burkina Faso Foreign Minister Office tried to connect with the Portugal Ministry of Affairs, they declined that there was no any agreement or any visit of Nigerian armies or military personnel. So this clearly brought attention because if you have been caught in a foreign country, and now you are giving a false accusation that you've been going to somewhere, and then the people that you are trying to say that you are they're the one whom you are going to meet with, decline your statement. This means that you had something hidden. They had some hidden agendas. So Traore and his government had the right to do all they did because this was a threat to the country. This was a threat to the country, and as you know, the country of Burkina Faso is a military government. So this is the country that has many enemies. Even the people in the country that are surrounding them, they're their enemy. So they cannot trust anybody. They cannot trust anyone. And this can happen in any country because today you can't just tell me that any country that can just allow such thing to happen. They cannot allow. Even for the democratic countries cannot allow this because the aviation has its laws. The airspace has their rules and regulations. And the countries know. They know that when we do this, we are breaking the laws of the aviation. We are breaking the laws of the airspace. So why do they have to do such?
So many Nigerians are saying online that even if war break out between Burkina Faso and Nigeria, that they are going to side Burkina Faso and fight against Nigeria. As a Nigerian citizens, you go choose Burkina Faso over Nigeria. That when war break out, you will now run to Burkina Faso to fight against your own country. This is crazy, honestly. This is crazy. You see, people are tired. So many people need freedom. Yes, and we have seen a leader that represents Africa. So if you are in this 21st century and you have not joined this Pan-African family, you are not serious. We need to liberate Africa. That is why you see some people in Nigeria are saying that they prefer going to Burkina Faso to join soldiers there to fight against Nigeria than being in Nigeria to fight Burkina Faso.
But today, the country, immediately after that incident, Nigerian President Mr. Tinubu tries to threaten Burkina Faso and the government of Burkina Faso that he's going to invade, he's going to fight them. And now Traore said, you know what? We are ready. If you want war, we're going to give you one. We're going to give you one that you like. And now because Traore is one of the leaders who has been threatened by the Western people, the Western governments. So when a country like Nigeria tries to come and threaten him, it's like he just feel like you are doing a mess. I am in war. I am at war. I am a warrior. I am a military. I'm not a politician. So I am ready to anything that comes in. So from this, now Nigeria has finally decided to send their their negotiating team through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to go and try to have a talk or discussion through the diplomatic relationship so that they can sort out these issues. And now today, all these military have been released. They have been released not because of fear, not because of being threatened, but because of, these kind of leaders. These are the leaders who think so much, so hard. They have a lot of knowledge. So whenever they make the decisions, they make a decision with knowledge, but not just doing things how other leaders are doing. Because you being a junta and a military a leader is not a. These are the people who believe in themselves and they know all that they are doing. Every step they take, they know the impacts, they know the effects, and they know everything about it. So this is just a lesson to any country that today, all these military leaders of all these military in our African countries, they have their missions, the communities. They have the missions to safeguard and protect the country, protect the millions of lives in the countries, but not fighting against one another. Because today, military of Nigeria are just being used by Nigerian president. Because this man today, he's a failed leader. His time has come to an end. And him, at this time, I think he should be thinking of how to get out of power. Because he built the country of Nigeria, and now it has come to the point where he's now destroying the country of Nigeria. And today, I'm so impressed that the people who are coming out to slam all this, who are coming out to condemn all this government of Nigeria and the president is the Nigerians themselves. Most of the people who have come out to criticize all these incidents are the Nigerians. And the Nigerians are showing their interest on how they have come to be tired. They are so tiresome about their leader. They have come to the end. They don't recognize their leader, Tinubu, as the president. Some of them call him a businessman, but not a president. So today the Nigerians are so tired from their president. They don't want him because he was a very good president, very good leader, but now he has come to change. And now he has changed the entire country of Nigeria to something else. So at this time, we are fighting to strengthen Africa. We are fighting for the Africa's unity. And Ibrahim Traore is one of the leaders today that is giving Africans hope, that's giving Africans an example and showing them the way on how to make this thing happen, how to unite Africa, how to strengthen, how to fight imperialists, how to resist foreign policies, how to build Africa single-handed without depending in other people, without depending in loans on everything, but just from the country's resources and the revenues that the country is making. So today, anyone, if you want to have a problem, is for you today to come and start to fight against Ibrahim Traore. Every African, the entire Africa will fight against you because Traore is being protected by the entire continent. Not only in the continent, but even across the borders. People are celebrating the leadership of the Ibrahim Traore. So today, there is nothing that you can come and convince people that Traore is bad. No one can understand you. No one can listen to you. So we are fighting for the great agenda that Ibrahim Traore is fighting for. So if you are a leader and you are not supporting the visions of Ibrahim Traore, you better step aside. You better leave him because he is doing for the people, and the people are appreciating all that he's doing, and the people are so proud of his governance. So this is just the beginning. In Nigeria, Nigeria is just being used. Nigerian president is just being used by the former colonizer to come and destroy every development steps that is being made by Africans. When we stand up to fight, when we stand up to reclaim our dignity, the president of Nigeria is one of the leaders who is being used to destroy the Africa's future, the Africa's plan of the independence and unity. But we are not going to allow this to happen because this is just the beginning of the journey. we are working to the agendas of the great leaders who died fighting for this great continent. And at this time, they managed to take them away. They managed to take them down. But this time, we are not going to allow anybody who is fighting for the great change to be taken down. That's why we are here to stand with the solidarity of Ibrahim Traore and the vision and the agenda that he is having, because he has come and awakened African youths. That's why we are here. That's why we are talking each and every day about Traore and giving the best examples. He's a military leader. He's undemocratic, we know. But he has come out and tried to prove to us that democracy never worked. Democracy never existed. But democracy is just a smokescreen. It's just an illusion, which is only installed to brainwash Africa, to manipulate Africa, and make Africa looked down and be in a status where it is today. So I salute Captain Ibrahim Traore for all that he has done, because we are not at war among ourselves, but we are at war for the people who are coming to attack and destroy Africa. So the decision that Traore has made today is one of the best example for the best leadership. It is not best for us to fight among Africans. For those leaders who are trying to fight against their own African leaders, shame on you, because this is not the time of doing such thing. But this is a time of doing the great thing that will only help for the building and uniting Africa. And that is all that we need. Be blessed, watching from. I love and appreciate you for you being here each and every day. Consider subscribing, sharing, leave a comment so that you can continue connecting on the next episode. Be blessed, watching from. I love and appreciate you. You are doing great.